Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is an end of the month for May tarot oracle reading. And Aquarius, you are the star of this astrological insight. If Aquarius is not your birth sign or your sun sign, which house is Aquarius in? If you have your chart, take a look. This will give you an idea of where this energy is most likely to show up for you. This is a timely reading, meaning if you're watching it at this time, it's the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since you posted this, then you might want to take a look back at what was going on in your life back then when I posted it, because it could give you further clarity as to your situation now. All right, so we are going to begin here with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck, which is the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is, the Pentacles in Tarot represent health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimensional world. This energy is talking about, it's about the element of earth, and it's shaped in like a coin because money is, of course, a very big part of health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D. You need money to be able to survive for sure. This energy is more representing lifestyle, though, than just the energy of money or making money. You could have all the money in the world, and if you don't have your health and you don't have love in your life, then you're probably not living your ultimate lifestyle. So this is about lifestyle as well. And this person is looking at this pile here of energy, what he's invested, time, money, and energy into a project or whatever this is. And there's only one pentacle here, and he's like, man, I put all this time, money, and energy into this, invested all of that, and this is all I got out of it. Now, this is someone who's used to being successful, because there's 7 pentacles here, and in tarot there's only 10 pentacles available. So the 10 would be billionaire, trillionaire energy. The 9 would be multimillionaire, and this would probably be around 700K energy, that type of energy. So he's used to being successful, and he just feels like, man, there should be more of a return in my lifestyle and in the coin than there is here. And then we have, and he's wondering, should I keep going with this project or should I call it? Should I, I need to look into it. Like, is there something I could do differently? And Aquarius energy likes to use little experiments to see, okay, does that make it better? And so he's deciding, should I make a little experiment, see if I try this one idea I have, maybe it'll improve the situation and I can double up on that if it does. And if not, I think I'm going to just write this off and say, I'm just not willing to waste any more of my time and energy in this. And then this is talking about the star energy. The star is talking about following your North Star energy. This is your North Node. This is your destined path. This is galactic energy. It comes from the stars. You were born to shine. You are a star, in case you didn't know it. This is talking about her putting her right foot in the water. So this is taking action, and she's putting her star qualities, her unique star qualities, into the universal pool here. And then she's grounding that on earth here with her knee and her left foot. And you can see she's pouring this water back out, and it has 5 streams here, and those 5 streams represent the 5 points on the pentacle. So it's about, bringing your thoughts down to earth and turning them into actual physical matter, or earning your living from whatever your idea or your special unique quality is here. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles energy. So this is talking again about the Pentacle energy. The Queen of Pentacles is someone that is considered to be very resourceful. She is known to be able to make something out of nothing. She prefers quality over quantity. This is generally generational wealth, like old money. And I always wonder, why does the Queen have to be so frugal and with her pentacles when she comes from old money? And so sometimes this energy can represent there's something maybe missing, like maybe there could be an inheritance or a will or something, or maybe just hard luck fell, the economy went bad, the business didn't work out. It could be talking about that type of energy, but we'll see as we go along here. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles energy is talking about the energy of communication and information coming in about pentacles. Again, lots and lots of pentacles here, Aquarius. Not a sword in sight. So this is talking about some information or communication coming in, maybe about these what happened here with these pentacles. And this energy is also speaking about it taking a long time for this information to come in. In the old days, the knights would, of course, deliver messages far and wide throughout the kingdoms to the different kings and queens, and that was their only form of long-distance communication. Out of all the knights, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight of them all. Like it can take a long time for this information to come in. However, when it does come in, it's a solid offer. You can see his horse is at a standstill here. He's thinking, okay, which direction am I going to go into? And this energy is like typical of his energy. He does his research, that type. So this can represent your energy really looking into something, trying to figure out, okay, what can I do about this pentacle situation? And maybe some sort of information comes in. Now, in the old days, this would always be in person, but the information coming in more likely these days could be like an email, it could be a letter in the mail, documents, that type of energy. Possibly you get a phone call, a text message. You might be on social media and get a message from someone there. And maybe you go to an event and you run into someone and you end up having a long conversation and they have all the information you need to know to rectify this situation. Also, it's a really good idea to be paying attention just for a few minutes a day to the top of the pyramid. What's going on up there with all the leaders of the countries, what country's doing what. It can be very empowering for business to be able to see what's going on, what are the latest trends. Maybe some good idea will come in from that. Maybe there's something happening in the world somewhere, and that's the reason why whatever you're selling isn't selling like it used to. It's that type of energy. And then this is talking about the Tower, and so there is some sort of tower, and it seems to come in after this information comes in. The Tower represents an energy of your intuition is telling you, you need to take a look at something. So the universe at first will whisper, hey, you might want to take a look at that. And then if you don't hear, you don't listen, then the frying pan comes out, whack over the head. And it's like, oh, why did you do that? And the universe says, you better take a look at this. If you think that hurt, it's going to be way worse. You need to deal with this, but you don't. And so then the 2x4 comes out and you still don't get it. So now the lightning has to hit the Tower. And this is what we call this is, a major reality check. And so it's basically there's two people falling out of this tower, and it can represent this energy of not really paying attention to what's really going on. They needed to have a reality check so that they can prevent a total disaster. This is already disastrous enough. The castle's on fire, they're falling out of it. This is going to have to be rebuilt. And one of them is really surprised, and the other one is like, oh, I knew I should have dealt with that sooner. It's that type of energy. And then we have the King of Cups. King of Cups energy. He's one of the four kings in the Minor Tarot, or in the Minor Arcana, and he is representing love. Sometimes this can represent someone who is from the paternal side of your family, like a father figures, energy like uncles, cousins, brothers, males in your family. But quite often this represents someone that wants to offer you a cup of love. And the King of Cups is the most traditional of the four kings, and in some ways, when it comes to matters of love. So when he offers a cup of love, it's it's a strong offer. It's something that he's put a lot of thought and this energy into before he would make an offer such as that. And he's the most emotionally available of all the kings. He has a really good grip on his emotions. He's learned how to control them. He's out here in the middle of this very rough water, and rough water in tarot represents volatile emotions and sometimes like chaotic energy around you, some sort of chaos. But he's chill, he's waiting, he has his right foot forward, he's ready to move forward and offer this cup of love to someone. Or this could be your energy. You know, you could be this energy or you could be this energy. And this is talking about a cup of love being offered at the opportune time. If this isn't about love, then it could be like romantic love. It could be about offering some help or some assistance to someone, you know, in your family that you love, friends, that type of energy. Maybe this is the person that you talk to, you know, if you're this Queen of Pentacles energy. So this also can represent the energy of, you know, something you love to do or love to be. So it could be information. Maybe this is a project that's really close to your heart and it's bothering you because you really wanted it to succeed, and for whatever reason it just isn't. And maybe the King of Cups can offer some advice regarding that. Also, this is the marriage card coming out. So this is traditionally the marriage card. This is your abundance, and this is communication in early life. So your parents might have been in a situation where it was volatile and they didn't communicate that well, that type of energy. Maybe some disaster happened when you were a child, like maybe someone got really sick or someone was in an accident or something like that. Something that was, you know, significant enough to alter the lifestyle that you were living, I feel. And this could have been, you know, a father figure that this happened to. Maybe someone left because your parents weren't getting along, that type of energy. So something. And then we have here, this is your emotional foundation now. So the good news is you learned a lot from this experience when you were younger, and it looks like you have you know, you have a pretty good grip on your emotions and your the way that you deal with life. Maybe this taught you a lot. You know, sometimes when we have someone we really care about go through a real challenging health crisis or something like that, or maybe it was a bankruptcy or whatever it was, that that energy can make us all stronger. That's when we realize that, you know, shift can happen to anyone, right? And so this is talking about your creativity, romance, and your children kind of energy, like wanting to have a family, having a family. So it could be something also that happened to you as a child. You would know if this is your reading. There's something that was going on when you were younger. And I'm almost picking up an energy it left you with having to grow up really, really quick and be the leader of the household kind of energy for at least some time. But this has maybe made you stronger as a marriage partner or a business partner, that type of energy, because you understand how to deal with hardship. And so this could represent this energy of wanting to consult with this person because they usually have a really good perspective and might be able to give some sort of idea as to what happened here. And so this is talking, it's basically like the official marriage card, but it doesn't have to be. It can be like commitment, and it could be, a business partner, that type of energy as well. And this is saying it's the beginning of ultimate fulfillment. You have the down payment for your castle, which is a huge achievement. But now you still have to make the mortgage payments. The answer was the answer was yes. Now, you're planning the wedding, and then it's the energy of having to work on the relationship to be able to move forward. If not, this could be you starting, this could represent this energy of this business idea or whatever this is. Because this is representing creativity, romance, and children. Now this energy is talking about disappointment in love. Now, it could be romantic love again. It quite often is. This can quite often represent a third-party energy that could be happening to you, or maybe that has to do with whatever this was when you were younger. It could represent your energy when you were in high school or something. Maybe you had a first love or whatever and were disappointed. This person is sitting under the tree. The universe is saying, give it another go. Now, if this is like this project, maybe you've done your best to launch this project 3 times, and the universe is going, don't quit now. It's a really good idea. Maybe you're just ahead of your time, and here's another cup. You love this. You love this project. It's really close to your heart. Give it one more go. And you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to be like disappointed again. I'm tired of being disappointed. And so this also could represent in romance, maybe giving someone 3 chances and they're asking for a 4th, and you're like, no, 3 strikes, you're out. This could also be, maybe a partner or a friend or a family member, same kind of energy. Maybe there is a third-party involvement. And sometimes this can even represent a 4th cup coming in of love, but which would represent a baby, a pregnancy that would be outside of the confines of the marriage, basically, or happened, with the third party energy. And so this is disappointment in love. Now, you could sit under that tree for the rest of your life, and some people do. They never recover from the disappointment. But, maybe take this cup and see. Like if you feel like you could make tweaks small and give it a deadline or some sort of energy in that way. You would know better, like what this is about, and if that's what you want to do. Now, let's look at the external forces. The external forces, this is like talking about the 9 of Cups. So this is talking about you could be a public figure, or what you're doing could be like a publicly trading company or something like that. This could be maybe you could even be an IT tech type energy, so that this is an energy of technology that's got to do with online energy, computers, programming, that type of energy. This energy, when it comes to Aquarius energy, that would be very common. Aquarius energy, we don't have a single sword here, but that basically is more your energy. And it's really funny because in the 60s and 70s, when Woodstock was around, and they were talking about the age of Aquarius, and the hippies were singing all these songs about the age of Aquarius. I don't know, they just got it all wrong, I think, because it's more like Aquarius energy is more intellectual than freedom-loving hippie type energy. So when I getting to know the energy, and when I started doing this oracle, my oracle is Tales from the Vector. And this is one of the paintings from it representing the horoscopes. This, I was like, oh, okay. I always thought that the Aquarius energy was more like the age of Aquarius was going to be more like all about love. And that's what the hippies made it sound like, all flower power and all that kind of energy. But it's actually very intellectual energy. And so this is talking about maybe you're in the public arena in some way, or you have a publicly traded company. I have, like, maybe there's stocks, or maybe you're a stockbroker or some sort of energy like that. But this is talking about being highly favored to have this. This is 9 cups. There's only 10 cups in the tarot. And this is talking about having everything that you love. And so the cups represent, this might say, hey, maybe you want to consider maybe taking this 1 cup. This 1 cup would give you the 10th cup. Maybe that's all you were missing, is this one idea, or, something that comes to you. This energy, this person is sitting on the stage and they're highly favored to have this. This is saying something, though, that they don't have yet. So this is saying, don't lose your focus now. Don't quit now. Give it a time limit or whatever, but give it maybe, you don't have to make a gigantic, huge effort or invest a lot into it, but maybe there's something that you could tweak That's little, that's perfect energy for Aquarius. And you know, Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus. And Uranus just moved into the sign of Gemini. And so this has a huge effect on the Aquarius energy, as well as Gemini and Sagittarius energy. And this is talking about the truth coming out, basically. Uranus in Gemini energy was, the last time Uranus was in Gemini was in 1941 to 1949. And that was during World War II and the aftermath of it, when the markets were all kind of up and down and everything. And so it could be that it's not so much you personally or what you're doing, but maybe you need to take a look at what's going on, like, you know, take a look at the news and what's going on and look into that a little bit more. And you may realize, oh, it's like an industry thing or that type of energy. And maybe you come up with this really great idea of how to look at that as an opportunity rather than a problem. So this is like that, like the truth is coming out, and we're seeing a lot of truth on the planet right now about like really crazy things that are happening, you know, at the top of the pyramid, and the way people have been doing business and government systems, and there's a lot going on in the planet right now, that's for sure. But this could give maybe the truth is coming out in some idea that you have in your head. Boing, it's like an aha moment for you. And you're like, I got it, that type of energy. So this is saying this is external forces coming in, that there are people out there, or there's something out there, I feel, coming from outside of you that is either influencing this not to work out or influencing it to work out. We'll see as we go here. The external forces are, of course, coming from outside of you, and you don't have much control over that, but you do have control. Like, you can't control what people say or do, and you can't control the economy for the whole world, that type of energy. But what you can do is control how you respond or react to it. So instead of having a negative response, having a positive one, and maybe it really works in your favor here, because this does say you're highly favored, but many a race is lost in the last lap. Keep your focus. Don't let other people distract you. And I'm also sort of picking up an energy of, if you think this is a really good idea and other people think, well, it's not working, and it's obviously not working because it's not a good idea, and maybe, you know, you should ditch it. Maybe they're not seeing something that you can, and all it takes is that aha moment, and all of a sudden now you have your 10th cup, and this could be something that goes really big, I'm getting. Like, it could go really public, that type of energy. And so here we have the Five of Swords. This is cutthroat energy out there these days, and especially, you know, in certain industries it can be pretty tight. And I just feel that this is saying that you're willing to take the risk, or maybe there's someone that would like to invest with you that's also willing to take a risk here. There's two other people here. Sometimes this means it's cutthroat competition that maybe would like to take this from you. So be careful who you consult with, and don't give your idea away. Don't talk about it unless it's someone you, well, even if you highly trust them, I mean, be really careful. Don't give them the whole picture. That's a mistake a lot of us have made in our lives that we live to regret. So it's that type of energy where I feel that this is talking about something that you might have. It's sitting there in your mind, and it's percolating. So we'll see here. This is talking about partnerships, commitments, spousal energy. So you know, I feel like if it's about business, it could be like someone coming in that could be beneficial, or it could be someone that's coming in and trying to talk you out of it, trying to change your mind. And then we have the Knight of Wands energy. So this is a rebel with a cause. This is about transition. Remember I said Sagittarius, Gemini, Aquarius energy are feeling this. You're feeling it because you're ruled by Uranus. The Sagittarius energy is feeling this Gemini energy because they're across the wheel, so they're opposing it. But the rebel with a cause is talking about some sort of communication coming in that is like, it gives you new passion. You want to take action with passion. And it could be about this energy to do with love. I'm almost feeling like this is less about love and more about some sort of work that you're doing or a project that you're working on that you really do love. And you have a new passion for it. Now that this, like it's shifting, that kind of energy. I feel like you had an aha moment here somewhere. And I feel like this might be something that that's really like something that you feel is in your authentic desires. It's something you really enjoy doing. It's not like work to you, and you want it to work out. So this is having that new passion to move forward. Some sort of knowledge may have come in. That's what the pyramids represent. This is being willing to go on an adventure. I feel this is talking about willing to take the risk, a calculated risk. And this is also talking about, the big plume on the Knight of Wands helmet here is representing that the Knight of Wands in the past has been very impulsive, and he has a hot temper and sometimes gets very emotional. So this is saying, see, you don't want to be in this energy at this time. You want to be passionate, and you want to be reining your emotions in and not making financial decisions about a business based on emotion. And it's also saying, don't be impulsive. Make sure you consult, do your research like the Knight of Pentacles before committing to something. And also this is saying, don't set your goals so high and have expectations that you have to have it done within a certain time frame that's unreasonable, because a lot of times that can lead to burnout and then you don't cross the finish line. I do feel like whatever it is, whatever this is, it has a lot of possibility, just depending on what tweaking you do to it. And so that energy, this is a transition coming in, and it is some sort of communication. So I do feel maybe you've made a decision here, or this is when this energy comes in. It's like maybe it's someone else that's really passionate about it as well. And then we have, look at this. Now this is interesting because this is talking about needing to take a rest. And see, this is that burnout energy. This could be saying part of the problem here is that you're losing your focus because you're pushing yourself too hard, and you're burning yourself out, burning the candle at both ends energy. And this can also talk about overthinking. That's the energy I'm picking up. So sometimes this card can actually be talking about 3 different versions of you. And, we have a subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind. And so with this card coming up with this one, I feel like this might be saying that you need to put your mind to rest and go inward and just give yourself a few days off. Pray, meditate, chill out. Like you need to maybe you're tired and thinking about it too much. Just like leave it alone for about 2 or 3 days and take this time to go inward and check in with your authentic desires. Get that emotion kind of worked out of it and put your mind to rest. So this is through meditation and prayer. If we put our mind to rest, I feel this is representing the subconscious mind, which is formed by the time we're 6 or 7. And it might have had something to do with this energy down here. Something about the way you were brought up, or something that happened here that you had to kind of grow up, I feel, before your time. And it's talking about an energy of, when we're young, our environment, like especially before kindergarten, our environment, we soak it up, especially as a baby, as an infant. Think about how much a newborn baby learns in the first year alone. And so this could be talking about your subconscious mind was imprinted with this kind of energy, and for some reason you need to do some healing on that to be able to mend that, and so that you have a slightly different approach to how you approach this idea or new ideas. And so your subconscious mind is heavily imprinted. And when we're emotional, in conflict or within and without, we have a tendency to rely on this mind because it's the first one that pops up. But it's not, it's more the ideas of our parents, grandparents, the people who were in charge of our care and the environment we were in. And we have an unconscious mind, which is also about your spirituality. And the spirituality aspect, you know, if you think of yourself as a human being with a soul, now this would be more from the soul's perspective. So the soul would be saying, yeah, I'm a soul traveling in a human body, and this is my vehicle for moving about, and you're not doing what I want you to do. So it can be talking like if the soul's needs aren't met, then it can start becoming very loud and arguing with the subconscious and the conscious mind. The conscious mind is what you have a handle on. This is like, I went and I did this yesterday, I met with so-and-so, we had an argument, I won, and then I had another argument with this other person and I won again. And that you can remember, you can say what the argument was about, you know, you have a clear memory of it. So if you can get your subconscious, your unconscious, and your conscious mind working together and be congruent, and especially if you can plug that into your heart's desires, then you're following your authentic path and you know, okay, this is something that I authentically really want to do. And we have the word Pax on here on the stained glass window. And this Pax represents peace, P-A-X, peace. And so this is, you finally have peace of mind. And when your mind gets quiet, then you start feeling, okay, this is what my heart wants. And this might even be about a decision whether to ask someone to marry you, or maybe you thought, I never ever wanted to get married because I don't want to repeat what my parents went through, or whatever that energy is. And now you're thinking, maybe I do. And so you're coming to terms with that type of energy. And then we have, look at that. The Page of Cups is now coming out. So this is, the pages would work for the King and Queen around 7 to 14. They were really young because back then your life expectancy was half of what it is now. So there wasn't really a childhood. And that's what I feel this energy is saying for you, is that you had to, it's like you were born like 100 years earlier and you had to be the man or the woman of the house because of something that happened. I'm getting more of a masculine energy, but it doesn't have to be, like this could be, you could be a female stepping into your masculine energy because of this. And yeah, and it's saying, but it is saying also that this could be someone that you want to, you know, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but you're focused on this fish, and maybe you're thinking, maybe I do want to get married. Maybe I do want to, like, this person is maybe the good match for me. And you've gone inward and your heart is saying, yeah, you're in love, you dummy. Don't let this one go. That type of energy, you better hurry up, because if you leave a fish out of water very long, it might escape back into the ocean. Or it's going to start to smell, So I feel like this is saying, this is your higher learning, and now this is career, reputation, and I feel like it's part of this wanting to have like a love in your life as well as the Pentacles, like wanting to live a lifestyle and have a lot of love and maybe be in that energy. So that's cool. And then we have, this is the first, we have this sword now and this one. So I do feel that you come to some sort of resolution with this. This is blessings coming in. I feel like this one sword is kind of saying that you've come to your decision, and maybe this decision was, okay, you've decided, yes, I'm going to ask this person to marry me. And yes, I'm going to continue to work on this project because it'll be perfect if I marry this person and we have this lifestyle. And so maybe that was the missing ingredient. It feels like that type of energy. The King of Swords generally is someone that earns their living using their intellect, someone who's educated. Quite often this can be politician energy. It can be, generally someone who's educated, surgeons, dentists, veterinarians, psychiatrist energy. It can be you know, a best-selling author. This could be inventions, like engineering, that type of, you know, what else am I thinking of here? This can also represent the legal system. This may be saying that with this idea, maybe you need to consult with someone to get a patent or something, if it's something like that, that would protect you, that type of energy. And also it's saying that you know, you have a really good way with words and being able to use words. And so this could be, you know, when the swords represent our thoughts, and thoughts are expressed through words, and this could be written or it could be verbal. And so this energy could be saying that you want to use your words, and you understand how to use words wisely. So the King of Swords understands that when you're using your words, they can be used as weapons, and they can also be used as, you know, to uplift other people and yourself, and the words you use towards yourself as well. And it's also talking about the energy of action speaks louder than words. So if you give your word to someone and then you don't take action, or if someone, and that might have been what happened down here, then, you know, your words are empty. They don't mean anything. We have the Justice coming in. So this is talking about some situation needing justice. The justice might just be as simple as you living a really good life now, because you've healed this energy, and now yeah, I deserve love in my life, and I deserve to have a spouse, and I deserve to have a business that's thriving. Maybe it's that type of energy. And so the justice is coming in from the it's coming in from the spiritual down to the physical, and she's wielding a sword as well here. So there's a lot of, all of a sudden in the external forces, it's a lot more of your energy, I feel, coming out, like maybe your true essential self. She also has her right foot forward here, like the King of Cups here. So this could be the person, maybe you have the perfect person for love here, and that's part of the justice, is that this person maybe empowers you in your lifestyle, they empower you in your love life, they empower you in your business, that you get, maybe it's coming up almost the opposite of what you had when you were raised. And a lot of that is in good part because you have put the energy in to stay on your path and be a good person. I feel this is a really good reading for you, Aquarius. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you're leaving here, give it a like and comment, please. It does help me build my channel. I really appreciate it. And I'm also going to clarify this now with my oracle cards. This is Tales from the Vector. And I do have a website, talesfromthevector.com. I started this oracle back in 2007. And in 2020, I completed the 64th painting. I have a website, talesfromthevector.com. This has a gallery of the paintings. There's 64 of them. And the numbers on these cards represent how the paintings are numbered in the gallery. And you can check it out if you want to. I'll have the information in the box below. And I'm also will list the cards as they appear here in case this can give you further clarity. So we have the Lovers. Isn't that interesting? Because I said perhaps this lover energy, this person that comes into your life, that might be your justice. Maybe this is saying, yeah, that this is when you choose to have this person, maybe this changes your personality and makes you a little bit lighter, you know? More, less all work and a little bit more play. And then this Hermit energy, and it also really empowers people when they have someone that has faith in them that they can do it, and pushes them towards their goals. I feel that's the energy here. We have the Hermit energy. The Hermit is when you've been through a dark night of the soul, and now you are ready to go out there again. The Hermit climbs the mountain. And when he gets to the top of the mountain, he stays there. And it's very much energy like this, going inward, praying, meditating, getting into this energy. And then when the Hermit's lantern is full of the light of the North Star, then he comes down and knows what action to take. We have the superstar energy. This is about having harmony in your life and being able to speak your truth. And I feel like this is also talking about you, part of maybe the lifestyle energy here, or the lack of it. The need to be resourceful is coming from this energy, and also about maybe how you speak to yourself. And so be careful how you speak to yourself. It's important that you talk to yourself just like, you know, in the same energy that you would talk to a good friend. You don't want to be cutting yourself down all the time. And then this energy here can be talking about in the karmic space of indifference. And that's when you kind of find out that sometimes when you have a really good idea and you're getting ahead a little bit, the people that you thought would help you are not necessarily invested in that in the same way you are. So sometimes we think people care about our ideas even if they are not involved in them, and that quite often turns out to be not true, because quite often people become indifferent to other people because they become busy with whatever it is that they need to be able to do. And then this is whatever this reality check is. I feel this is a reality check for you, but I feel like it was more about when you were younger, and then something happens and it's a catalyst for you realizing, oh, that's why I think of things in that way. And then we have the manifester here. And this is talking about being able to manifest at a high level when this love comes into your life. And we have jealousy. I'd rather be better than bitter. So maybe deep down, you've been always like kind of envious of people that have, had parents that were both together and they had this way easier lifestyle. But in the end, what you find out a little bit later in life is you learned so much from this that you're probably more likely to be able to bring that energy into your relationship because you know what not to do. So sometimes it's not always knowing about what to do. Sometimes it's knowing what not to do. And then the Capricorn energy is having the ambition and to move forward. And the Capricorn energy, you know, Saturn and Neptune moved into the sign of Aries. And those two together, they're kind of separating now. But like that energy was pretty intense. And it kind of was making it hard to see the possibilities and the challenges. Now it's a little bit, they're separating a little bit. They're still in the same sign, but they're not sitting on top of each other. And so it's, this I feel with this energy here is saying it's good to be ambitious, take consistent steps of action, but you don't want to burn yourself out, like setting your expectations so high that there's no way that you could possibly accomplish what you want to accomplish in a time frame without, putting maybe an unreasonable amount of time and then burning yourself out before you can, many a race is lost in the last lap. And so this is saying stay focused on the goal, but give yourself lots of love in your life of other things, not just your work. There could have been some deception in the past here in relationships, and that might be causing, this could go back to your childhood, or, we all have, most of us don't usually marry the first person we date. So you may have had some experiences there, and there could have been, some cheating or something, and that kind of put you off. Or you might have had been in business with someone in the past and the same kind of idea where they weren't on the up and up. This is the Leo energy, so this is about being a leader. This is also talking about, again, this impulsive energy. It's just saying don't be impulsive with this energy, and don't burn yourself out, and watch your temper. Watch your words. It's important to watch your words right now. And then judgment. So the judgment is coming in. This is coming in as God's judgment on a spiritual level. And this is basically saying your heart needs to be unfettered. You're meant to be successful. You're meant to have love in your life. You're meant to be happy. This is judgment is talking about, really, God's the only one that can judge other people. I mean, we can judge other people's actions, and we can judge other people, but God's the only one that truly knows their heart. And there could be reasons why people are doing things the way they are. And, you know, sometimes this is talking about, for you, like this cosmic justice coming in. And maybe you were carrying some anger about what happened here. I'm just getting an energy of feeling sad because you could see that other people, like when you were in high school, maybe you had to work, and because you were in a single parent family, and your family needed the money, and everybody else was going out and having fun, that kind of energy, while you were having to be an adult before, you know, really with a lot of responsibility. This is talking about having the courage to face that energy. So I feel like you were very courageous, and you did your best, you know, to be the best person you could be at that time, and to step up when it was needed. But it may have made you feel a little bit like you were cheated, I feel like, in life. And then we have the Aries energy. Yeah, it's like this is in your higher learning, though. So you learned a lot from it. And this is your career and reputation. So it's talking about possibly like that Aries energy of, you know, if you've been doing things a certain way and you're used to that working, just tweak it a little, because a lot of people are finding that the way they were doing things isn't working like it used to. And that it might be about communication. Your communication style needs to change a little bit, something like that. We do have the sun coming in with a lot of blessings. I feel like this energy of, you know, you may already be married and with this person, but that's when the energy really starts to change, because it opens your heart back up. And this is saying the sun energy is God coming in, God's judgment, saying you deserve to have blessings coming in. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to have a good life. And whatever has happened when you were younger, and whatever has happened leading up to this, look at it as a learning curve, and that not that it degraded your energy in any way. And so that you don't have to feel shame or whatever, you know, like especially when we're young and we're doing our best and we don't have anyone else to turn to, and we have to shift out on our own, then we're probably going to make mistakes. And yeah, there might be people around you who didn't make mistakes, but maybe they had support and you didn't. And really, you're not going to become the best version of yourself unless you push yourself to move forward like the rebel with a cause. So yeah, I feel this is a good reading for you. There's a lot of really good energy here. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do give it a like and comment. It helps build my channel. I really appreciate it. Also, consider subscribing. I would be honored if you did so. All right, Aquarius, bye for now.